Hey lovies, welcome or welcome back to my channel, Extreme Tarot, where we do moon readings, pick a cards, and zodiac readings. Today we're doing a zodiac reading for the sign of Leo. Happy belated birthday to all my Leos out there. We're moving into Virgo season now. But yeah, and happy birthday to my favorite Leo, the Leoest Leo I know. Lauren, happy birthday. Alright, so here we go. Let's look and see what's going on in your no contact situation. We're going to get one of these cards. I'm going to read it from the book just to set the tone for what's going on between you and your person right now and your no contact love situation. So, what is going on in Leo's no contact love situation? Would best define what's going on in Leo's no contact love situation. We have pyrite. Ooh, fool's gold. Interesting. With moonstone. So let me get the book. Number 45, pyrite. Inherent value, knowing your worth, self-appreciation, genuine abundance, and prosperity within. Oh, you know what? I didn't plug in my microphone, so let me just do that real quick. I'm just gonna do, sorry. Okay. Okay, here we go. Throughout the ages, humans have sought the gems of the earth, the crystals whose beauty delighted the eye and whose powers could aid them in their quest to achieve a sense of safety and abundance. They recognize the intrinsic value of those gifts from nature, and when Pyrite Spirit appears, you are meant to appreciate the abundance that the conscious universe has provided. An abundance of opportunities, resources, support, and most importantly, love. A scarcity mentality will prevent you from seeing all that is available to you, and you are called now to offer thanks for the myriad of gifts you have been given to help you achieve balance. As you take your healing journey, you will find it easier and easier to recognize that you will always have what you need. Abundance awaits as you ready yourself to claim it. The conscious universe has your back. What you need will not be denied you at this time, so open yourself to receiving by practicing appreciation. The relationship message is: Pyrite Spirit has a clear message for you. Observe and appreciate the inherent value in your experiences and relationships. Those small moments of joy as you interact with the ones you love, those people around you who offer you support. Do you stop to appreciate the cumulative efforts of your relationships with those who enhance your life? Today is a perfect day to do so. And as you look at the inherent value of things, notice the wealth of wisdom you are gaining as a result of a variety of experiences with a diversity of people. Pay attention to whether your relationships have inherent value. Look at these animals. What are you doing? Are some simply ones you have accumulated, perhaps even starting to detract, from your life. If they have no inherent value, let them go, for you are meant to experience relationships rich in love and support. Oh, I think that's where we're at here. As some simply ones you have accumulated, perhaps even starting to detract from your life. If they have no value, let them go, for you are meant to experience relationships rich in love and support. And honestly, that's kind of the vibe I was getting with Pyrite. Can you come sit right next to me? With the fool's gold thing. Because it's like fool's gold. Like, people used to find it and think it was actually gold. Like, they struck gold, but it was really, like, not gold. It was, like, imposter gold. And it's like maybe you had, like, a situation like that where something looked, like, really nice and sparkly from the outside. Like, this, like, maybe you thought something had more value than it actually did or something like that. Almost like it looked good from the outside, but, like, the substance wasn't, like, what you thought exactly on the inside. But we'll get more and see what's going on between you and your person. I'm going to do your person side here and your side here. I'm just going to get a general overview of what's going on in the connection, like on either side of you, and then we'll dive more into their feelings later. So what is going on with your person, Leo's person right now? This says sacred union. Honor and treasure your relationship, for it is truly sacred. For your side, what's going on? Oh. What's going on, Leos, with you guys? It says, let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. And then on the back of the deck, sexual union. Honor the place in one another where you are one eternal soul. For there you will find true bliss. Ooh, Kiki, what happened, honey? You okay? And then I'm just going to get 2 of these and then a couple from this bag, and then we'll dive in. So for your person, oh, we have Temple of the Rose, Ancient Power, Expression, Activation, and Scarlet Codes. And for you guys, Leo, honey. Sorry if that's confusing. Like, my dog's name is Leo. That was 2. I just want to do 1. What is Leo feeling for their person? Ooh. Sub Rosa, hidden in plain sight, mysteries, learning, and teaching. And release the petals is on the back of the deck. Transformation, death and rebirth, shedding, and all change. So with this being on the back of the deck, I feel like maybe you guys like are trying to release this or something like that. With this whole learning and teaching, let there be closeness, but always give each other space. Like, maybe you're trying to like give your person some space. Maybe you guys are taking some space. This does say death, so maybe there was like a breakup or something like that. But let's just get these and then like we'll really dive in. For your person, Leo, what is going on with them right now? We have love every single thing about yourself. What's going on with your person, Leo? Roar. Oh. Okay. And freedom. Okay, yeah. And then for you guys, what's going on, Leo? Remember to breathe. Cleanliness is godliness. And inside first. Okay, that goes well with that sub rosa, like kind of an energy. So let's look at your person. So I feel like maybe you guys like had an argument because this says ancient power, expression, activation, scarlet codes. I feel like your person could kind of be like on like a power trip right now. I feel like they could also be almost like thinking like with the roar, like there could be like an argument or something like that. Like I'm thinking of like obviously like raised voices and like rah, like fighting and things like that. And the whole like love every single thing about yourself and freedom. It's like maybe like there was some sort of thing like this fight that led to like I was saying, like with this whole release the petals, transformation, death and rebirth kind of a thing, where your person's almost like getting into the fact that they're free now or something, like they're like freedom from this union or something. And they're like, I don't want to say that they're loving it, because I don't feel like it's necessarily like an authentic with the pyrite. I feel like there's some sort of sense of falseness here where like they maybe are acting like, oh, I'm free and like things are going good. Leo, honey, come here. Good baby. But I feel like for you guys, this says remember to breathe. I feel like you're trying to just like keep yourself steady or whatever it is. Like, you know, you're maybe trying to get used to having more space between you and your person. Maybe like you guys went through a phase where you were together like a lot of the time, and now we're in this like no contact situation. This feels more like a breakup because we have union here, and like that whole like give each other space thing, and then the death thing and the freedom thing. I don't know, I'm getting that maybe like there was like an ending here. So I feel like you guys over here, Leo's like with the inside first, cleanliness is godliness, remember to breathe. I feel like you're really trying to just like keep yourself steady with learning and teaching. I feel like you're trying to like make the best of this situation, like live your best life in a way, like cleanliness is godliness, like, you know, developing new routines, like trying to like handle this in a good way, like remember to breathe and inside first. I feel like you're not maybe actively looking for a new relationship right now, where I'm not saying that your person is, but they're almost like, yeah, like I'm free and I'm doing my thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like with the roar, I'm thinking of like, honestly, like almost like a Leo energy too, but like the prideful side of Leo, like boastful and sort of like just kind of too like full of themselves. I'm getting like a sense of someone being full of themselves and thinking that, oh, this is the best thing that ever happened to me. Like, but in reality, it's almost like I'm getting like it's showmanship. It's not maybe necessarily an indication of how they're actually feeling, because it's like they're almost like, I feel like they're, because it says love every single thing about yourself, I feel like they could be almost like blaming you, and feeling like self-righteous. That's the word I'm looking for. Like your person's feeling very self-righteous right now. And I feel like you're just kind of trying to keep your head above water over here. I feel like you're handling this in a very good way. Like you're trying to like learn from this experience, maybe like figure out what went wrong, hidden in plain sight. Like you're like, oh, how could I not see maybe that this person was an asshole, like, or whatever the case, like, you know, something like that. So that's what I have. Like, if that sounds like your situation, obviously feel free to continue on with the reading, and if not, I have like a Leo playlist if you want to check. Maybe this was just like the wrong timeline for you right now or something like that, but I have other Leo readings and pick a cards if you want to like look into those. So let's see how your person is feeling about you right now, Leo. We have, oh, the Gemini card, love, choice, and trust. We have awakening, renewal, and enlightenment. Oh. We have the Seven of Feathers or the Seven of Swords, preparation and resourcefulness. The Three of Feathers, collaboration and productivity. And the Ace of Crystals. I feel like your person is like putting on this big show because they really do have these feelings for you. They feel like you're like it, you know what I mean? Like you could be like really beautiful, like with the awakening, like this is just like a peacock is known for somebody, but also a peacock is known for being like proud and things like that. So it's like, I feel like they almost would want to come towards you, but like their ego is like in the way right now or something like that. But I feel like they may have this like judgment call coming up, but also with that peacock, that is kind of like a haughty, arrogant sort of an energy. So I feel like with that whole choice and trust thing, it's like they're just like choosing to sort of not, I don't want to say take the high road, like actually take the high road, but like take this high and mighty sort of approach to things. With the Seven of Feathers, I think that they could definitely be like spying on you. With the Three of Crystals here, like maybe they see you having fun and doing like a lot of stuff, or but they're definitely, if they have access to your social media, like they could be like trying to like gather intel, because it says resourcefulness. So they kind of want to like keep in mind what's going on in case they do want to like come back, but at the same time they see you sort of slipping away like further and further. Like I'm noticed, like the way I'm seeing this is like, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like they're, or what I'm showing, they're feeling the distance like between you guys. And I feel like they were like surprised because maybe they thought this was going to sort of, and I feel like they could almost be feeling the same thing here, like I was saying, where it's like, oh, like it's pretty on the surface, but there's no substance, which is obviously not true. You're going within, like you're trying to like, I can see that you're trying to do this inner work. I feel like that's the way that they honestly feel about themselves, and they're just projecting it onto you in a way. Like, oh, like you're all like fluff but no substance or something like that. Because like I feel like they're trying to tell themselves like, oh, this wasn't even anything, like I'm wasting my time, like da 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 da. But like this was just like kind of like a facade, like there wasn't any like realness to it. And they're just like, I feel like they could be like hanging out with their friends a lot, because there's like multiple people on this card, and like probably I would say that their friends are like amping them up, like, oh, you're right in this situation, because it says love everything about yourself. And even though this is the love card, I feel like they're just like a little full of themselves right now. I'm almost getting that. This went from like 2 to 1, and they're just like doubling down on whatever their side of the story is here. Like whereas I feel like you're trying to look at the whole situation like a little bit and from a more healthy like perspective. So that's what I see like is going on with them right now. But I also feel like I feel like this is almost like a timeline, and even though they're in this energy right now, as they feel you fading away, that could end up triggering them in a certain way. Yeah, like they could be like, wait a minute, like where are you going over there? And it might have them like come back to you. Let me clarify. Let's see. With the Ace of Crystals, the Ace of Shells, it's like, yeah, they might want to come towards you, but it might take a while because it's a turtle. you know? So it might not be, but also I think turtles move faster in the water. Even here, it's like, whoop, he's like on the way, he's hopping towards you, you know, if you look at it like that. So I wouldn't like lose hope if this is something that you do want to like continue with, but I feel like you're almost trying to decide if you do even want to continue with it yourself. I feel like you're kind of like, I don't know. Like, I mean, I think that you're just like giving the situation space for right now, trying to keep yourself centered. I feel like you're trying to work on yourself from the inside, which doesn't even necessarily mean just doing like this inner work, like journaling or meditating or things like that. It could just mean you're trying to do good things that make you feel good inside. Instead of like obsessing about this connection. I feel like you have like a lot more of like a healthy approach than your person does right now. So let's see what your person's intentions towards you are. It says simple acts of kindness. Oh, what is Leo's person's? Like attracts like. If you long for more love, be more loving, it says. Let's go. There's like 3 cards here. Oh, that's 2. Can I just get one more? What are Leo's person's intentions towards Leo? Look to your inner strength. You are stronger than you realize. And then it says, look, true love. This love is once in a lifetime. So I feel like right now, when it says look to your strength, it's like, I feel like, first of all, they're like seeing you on social media or like looking at pictures of you or like, you know, if they have like memories with you on their phone and stuff, like they're like looking at all those, like whatever way they're able to sort of like get a glimpse of like you and what's going on. I feel like they are, when they're like home alone at night, say, like, you know, like they're definitely like not as strong as they're pretending to be like during the day. I feel like they're definitely, their intentions right now are to stay strong, I would say, and not contact you. I feel like with like attracts like, they could be trying to sort of like waiting for you to kind of come in. Like they don't want to be like, but their pride is really strong right now that I don't feel that they want to actually be the one to do it. Although I do see that changing in the future. It could change at any moment, like whatever, like they kind of like have, they could see something that reminds them of you, that triggers their heart, and then they're going to be like, oh, I miss this person, and like, you know, hit you up. It could be that quick. It could be some sort of like external factor that triggers them, or like, I'm trying to think what else. Like, again, like even like a Snapchat memory coming up where they're like, oh, I remember that day, like blah, blah, blah. But what are their intentions towards you right now? Kindness energizes you and brings happiness to those around you. But yeah, I feel like they maybe would be trying to like attract you in where you could say something to them. But as for right now, I feel like they're kind of like trying to like stay with their circle. They could be, if they have animals or whatever, like they're trying to just kind of keep their head down and hang out with their friends or something. But I feel like if you did come back, I don't feel like they would be rude to you. I feel like they would treat you with kindness. But it's almost like the way that this boy is sitting here and all these animals are like gathered around him. I feel like that's what your person's planning to do. Just sort of like sit and wait for like things to like come to them instead of like being the one to make the first move. Which I don't know if you would do that. I feel like you're trying to give your person space right now. Like you just don't think it's the right time, and just kind of like work on yourself. So that's good. So, all right, let's see what else. So like, right now they're like waiting for you to sort of come in. And I almost feel like they think like, ah, ha, ha, ha. Like, of course they're going to come. So that's just like the vibe I'm getting. But I think once they see, yeah, I just saw hunger. But I think once they see that maybe you're not going to, that could be like the catalyst that like kind of propels them forward to sort of like come back at you. I feel like they might. They're trying to tell themselves right now that they're like enjoying this freedom and being like self-righteous, but that could change. I see that could really change. There's the potential for that at least. Although I do feel like right now you're both like trying to tell yourselves this is over and you're trying to shed this and change, blah, blah, blah. But also reunion was on the bottom of, like underneath that one. So it's like, I feel like you're both trying to make the decision. Like, I feel like if you both had, like, you've both been like, oh, should I contact them? Or, like, but then being like, no, and, like, accepting, like, that this is over. But it's, like, right now, like, the change and the death energy is winning out, but this is, like, right behind it. You know what I mean? And it could kind of shift at any moment, I feel like. They're both, like, on the table. So, let's see. How is your person, what energy are they seeing you as being in right now, Leo? We have faith with the worm moon. And resilience. Okay. So I feel like, and then we have release. So again, I feel like they're like sort of surprised almost that you're not kind of like coming towards them. I feel like, first of all, this reminds me of the Empress. So I think they see you as very beautiful, like abundantly, like bountiful, like something like that. But at the same time, I think you're giving them like a run for their money. Like you're more stubborn than like they thought you would be with the resilience. It's almost like, even though like, because like obviously if they know that you love them or whatever, like they're probably like, oh, like how are they just like staying away from me? Like they see that it's like probably causing you a lot of stress and things like that, but they do see you in this like release energy, and I think it kind of like surprised them. I think that they weren't even worried if you would kind of come back towards them. I think they just kind of thought they had it like that or something, and that you would. But it's like you're kind of proving them wrong. Let's also get some traits out of here. How is your person seeing you right now? Leo, how is Leo's person seeing them? Badass. Yeah, like they're like, wow, like I think they're kind of like impressed almost, you know, that you're just kind of doing your thing over here. We have partier. So maybe they like, again, like they're seeing you on social media, just like doing your thing, having fun, like looking gorgeous or looking hot, like whatever, like, and they're just kind of like, huh. Charming. And let's see what else. Secretive. Yeah, like maybe like they almost like wish they could know more about like what's going on with you. Like, ooh, are you talking to somebody else? Like, or like if they see you like, you know, going out and like partying, they're probably like thinking like, ooh, have you like met somebody else yet? And I feel like maybe, again, that could be sort of the catalyst that's going to make them sort of come forward. Shrewd. They see you as shrewd. So they're definitely not underestimating like your mental capabilities here. And stubborn. Yes, stubborn. Definitely I was getting that. Like, they're like kind of like, wow, like maybe they almost like, because like I'm seeing that they're kind of like a little full of themselves. I don't know if that's like a recent thing with the breakup here or like the ending or like fight or whatever like went down here, but it's like I feel like I don't know if that's like how they've always felt, but if it is like kind of like a characteristic that they have, they could have kind of like almost like looked down on you and sort of almost like thought of you as like weaker than them or like not as smart as them or something like that. And I'm so sorry to say that, because I can see that you're a lot smarter than they're giving, that they maybe gave you credit for in the past. This doesn't have to be for everybody, but I feel like they almost like underestimated you. And now they're seeing like almost that you're tougher than they realize, like you're smarter than they realize. They're kind of seeing you in a new light. Whereas like I feel like for you it could be the opposite, where you thought they were so great and you're almost kind of like, I don't know, maybe like you're not really all that as like I thought you were. You know what I mean? You're kind of like, so I do feel like this shift is kind of happening where like you just surprised them by kind of doing the opposite of what they thought you would do. And it's like almost like making you like more attractive like to them. So interesting. Leos, like keep doing your thing here. All right, so we're gonna get some of these. These are just like, these are messages. We're gonna get two different messages. These are more like complimentary, like what do they like about you? What do they love about you? Let's see. What is Leo's person? Like what qualities are they like noticing and appreciating right now? Your authenticity is so refreshing. Okay. I don't even know where I want to put these. I guess I'll put them up here. The way you believe in the goodness of life after what you've been through is so inspiring. So yeah, that's kind of going along with this, where it's like they know that you've just went through like a thing with them, but they see you still like trying, still like doing your thing, still having fun. And it's kind of like, wow, like I feel like it's like impressive. It says, I feel like we connect on every level. But again, I feel like this is something that they didn't always think. I feel like they're seeing another side of you now, and they're kind of like, oh wow, like you're more like, almost like you're better than I thought you were, which is kind of insulting. So like, I'm sorry to even have to bring that message through. You have such an appetite for life. Yeah, they know you're not just like sitting around crying. Like they see you like doing your thing. and like looking good doing it, that it came out right on top of there. You're so independent. Yes. They're like, oh wow, like I think they really thought you would like crumble without them or something, and they're kind of like, oh, like, which again, I'm like, all right, like get over yourself, buddy. Like this is like a little much for me. And it says, you're such a nurturer and you keep such a nice home, but I just want to get like one more. You're so creative. Oh, you are a Leo. I'm not surprised. Okay, and on the bottom of the deck is your shape is my absolute fave. Yeah, I think they're missing that bod. They're missing the package. So let's see. But I don't feel like that's like their main thing. I feel like they're mostly like, but again, that could, if you are like really like good looking, like I'm seeing this peacock or whatever, and I feel like they are too with that whole pirate thing. You could be like two people that it's almost like where everything like looks good on the surface, but it doesn't feel good. You know what I'm saying? And it's like right now they're kind of thinking about more inner things, or that's like the transition that's like kind of happening here, where they're like, wow, this person's like a lot more than like I thought they were. It's like really like, it's like intriguing to them, and it's like making them, I feel like, more attracted to you here. So let's see, what else would they want to say? Look, I'm so sorry. I feel like they are regretting like whatever has gone down here. Wide fucking awake. I think they are, yeah, like I feel like they are like kind of making this transition. So depending on when you watch this reading, this might not be happening right at this moment, but I feel like this is kind of like what's going to happen. I think they're waking up to like their own assholeness. I want to fix this, but your ferocity scares me. Yeah, they definitely think you're like badass over here and stubborn. Like they don't think they could just like walk back into your life though. Like, you know, whereas I do think they thought that before. They thought you would like almost come running towards them, and they're just like, whoa. Is what's in my head actual guidance or wishful thinking? I think that's just saying that they're confused. Like maybe they feel like, oh my God, like maybe this is the person for me, but it's such like a deviation from what they were originally thinking about you that I think they're like, what's right, what's wrong, like I don't know which way to go. They're like super confused right now. And this says like honor your relationship, for it's truly sacred. So like again, I feel like they didn't see it that way from the beginning, but now I think they're starting to see more of like what they really had with you. You make me so mad sometimes, but then I realize I'm just mad at myself. Yes, that's what something I said like at the beginning of the reading, where they're almost like whatever they're thinking about you is really how they're acting almost. And I don't know if they're actually seeing that. This is coming out right after, like, or right under wide fucking awake. So I mean, maybe that's like a realization that they are having or like about to have. And it says, you mean the world to me. So I think, yeah, like I think they're kind of like, oh shit, like I fucked up here. Let's get some more. I'm intrigued by this too. I know I need to grow up. Man up, woman up, you know. Step up. There says there's Kundalini energy stirring in within me, which is like, you know, a very like sexual, like kind of an energy. So it's like, I feel like they could be like really, really missing that, because on the back of the deck, right, we'll just take those and leave it there. It says I project all my fears onto you. Yeah, a lot of projection here. This is someone who has a tough time like owning their side of the street. And even if they are sort of having these realizations or like, you know, insights about themselves, I don't know, I can't tell if they're really going to act on them, because I'm getting that they're super stubborn and self-righteous too. I feel that I'm being pulled in two directions. Yeah, they can't make up their mind what to do. Sometimes the path to you is straightforward. Sometimes it's a complicated mess. Again, that sort of like duality. And then it's like, I tell myself that you're too good for me, but deep down, I know that's a cop-out and I could rise to the occasion if I chose to. So it's like almost like they could man up and be like, okay, like, wow, I realized this person is like really is like the person for me. Like we connect on all these different levels. Yeah. You know, they're an independent, like, you know, I didn't give them enough credit before, but they're this super like authentic, creative, like independent person. And it's like, now, like, in order to like be worthy of them, like I have to look at myself in a different way, where I almost have to like rise up and like be a little bit better, you know, and like have a different attitude towards them. And it's like, I don't know if I'm ready to do that. And that's sort of like what they're grappling with right now. So let's see. Although, like, I mean, I don't know. Like, I believe that people can change if they really want to, but it's like, I mean, unless they do, I don't know if I would recommend. They seem like very, like, I don't know, condescending would be the word I would use. All right, so let's just get some advice from the angels. See what they have to say to you, Leos. That's too many. Let's see, what angels advice for Leo? The blood dance, number 42. Okay. The heart craves life and the blood responds. In relationship to each other, life happens. The desire and the action, the movement of cycles, drawing in and letting go, rushing to the center and pushing far away to the extremities. It is the cycle of relationship, dancing between self and other into oneness and into individuality. So it is with human beings in relationship with each other and with human beings and the divine essence. Sometimes the heart of God feels so close, it's as though our own inner passion is the very blood rushing through it. Then we journey far, bringing our nourishment to where it is needed, to those who are cold and lonely, to the farthest reaches of our own dark self, that we may, if very brave, dare to love completely. Though we can be lonely for the warmth of the center then, craving that feeling of being at home, soon enough we are called back to the core of the divine heart, and the cycle continues. Remember that you are always in this dance of life. You are never apart from the divine. It's just that sometimes in our natural flow, it is easier to feel that divine presence than other times, yet you are always the blood connected to the heart. This oracle brings you confirmation that you are connected to the divine source, to all that is. If you are experiencing a phase of feeling cut off from yourself, from your body, from another, or from the divine, even from your own feelings, spiritual connection, or intuition, be reassured that this is temporary and part of the cycle of life itself. Soon all connection shall return with even greater warmth and nourishment, welcoming you home again with great love. If you feel you have been journeying in life and fear that you have lost your way, do not trouble yourself, precious soul. You are never far from the divine heart and will always be called home. So that's really beautiful, and I feel like it's saying that, like, even though you could be going through a rough time right now and feel like things were going good and then this kind of like crappy situation happened, it's saying like that connection with other people like will return to your life, whether it is with this person and they do end up doing what they need to do to sort of like win you back and get over their fears of your ferocious self over here, or it'll be somebody else that you meet that will just be a better match for you, that will like know your kind of like get to know you as a person without like judging you or like looking at you in a condescending way, and it'll just be like a more equal, happier relationship. But either way, like right now this is good for your growth to sort of be in this situation, and it seems like you are using it to sort of further your own growth, so you're in a good place, guys. Like, hang in there. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like, comment, or subscribe to my channel. I hope you guys have a great day or night wherever you are, and I'll catch you in the next one. Okay, bye.